Hi everyone, hope you're doing okay. Thank you for staying in contact with me about technology issues on Monday. You will not have things due every Monday, but you do have things due next Monday. So just do your best to work ahead. Email me when you have issues. We all are being flexible. So we're just going to do the best we can. This is just a little bit of work you can do continuing for the proficiency exam. It'll be brief today. You have your requirements that are due next Monday from this Monday's recording on March 30th. So starting with happy birthday, I would suggest that this week you work on transposing to G. So realizing that happy birthday starts on the solfege syllable so, la, so, do, ti. I would work through the whole thing in solfege, maybe even sing it on solfege, and then work on playing it in the key of G. Make sure you use F sharps. When you have your octave leap, it's D to D. And when you play to B flat in the key of F, it's now a C. So I'm going to play through. You're welcome to work with me. 1, 2. Skips, steps to C. Then it would be a good idea to find your triads in the left hand. So F becomes G, C7 becomes D7, and B flat becomes C. So in this example, I'm going to use an arpeggiated bass, a triplet bass, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, or I guess you guys use 1 lolly, 2 lolly. I'm going to extend to a 4-note chord, G, B, D, G. Just as an example of something you could use for your exam. Here we go. So feel free to use that whenever you want to practice in the key of G. Okay, now score reading. Last week we worked through the middle of measure 5, the right hand stuff separate from the left hand stuff. So my advice would be to start trying the first 4.5 measures hands together this week. Noticing that measure 1 and measure 4 are all D minor chords, and remembering that at the end of measure 4, your right hand takes the tenor part with your thumb. So I'm going to go ahead and play through the first 4.5 measures. This is just something you can use when you're ready to play all 4 parts. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So that last bit, your right hand takes the chord F, A, D. Left hand has D in the bass. Now your left hand has an octave, E to E. Then it closes in to a 6th. Now moving on, this week I would suggest you work the second half of the 5th measure through the end, hand separately. So a few things to notice. The downbeat of measure 6, your right hand takes the tenor again. And from the tenor to the soprano, it's an E octave with an A in the middle. Then, I want you to make a marking. Cannot find a pencil. They write that in the last beat of measure 7, you should take the tenor note with your right hand, yes, but I want you to extend that all the way through to the end. So what happens, I don't really know why they just say to do it for that one beat, because if we're looking at the last beat of measure 7, it's the same triad as the first system, F-A-D. That same chord happens on beat 1 of the next measure, so just keep it the same. And then the last chord of the example is E, A, C sharp. It's right there. I think it's much easier to take the tenor part with your right hand for all 3 final chords. So you should go through and analyze the intervals between the hands. I'm going to go ahead and play the right hand stuff so you can practice with it. Starting from the last beat of measure 5. 3 and 4. Octave, close in, shift down. And then the left hand stuff. Oh my goodness! I just realized in that playthrough I forgot to take the E in the tenor in the first beat of 6. I apologize, let me do that again. It's nighttime and I'm not going to start the video over again, I'm sorry. I'm going to start from the last beat of 5 again. 3 and 4. Octave. Chord. Okay, there we go. So your left hand from the last beat of measure 5, you're going to have F and A. I'd use either 2 and 4 or 1 and 2. You're going to be going down to a C sharp. So I think I'll do 1 and 2. 3 and 4. C sharp, D octave, rest. Now only the bass. So as far as fingering is concerned, the last beat of measure 6, the D and the F, I used fingers 1 and 3, 1 and 4, 2 and 4, 2 and 5, 2 and 5, then pinky to D. So please use this as a reference as you're practicing. Reach out if you need help, and let me know if you need anything. I hope you have a good weekend. Bye-bye.